A 62-year-old couple with $800,000 just retired comfortably, while their neighbor with $1.2 million thinks he still needs to work 5 more years. What's the difference? It's not their money, it's what they understand about retirement that he doesn't. I'm Danny Gudorf, and over the last 15 years, my team and I have guided clients through all 4 stages of retirement wealth, helping them optimize not just their money, but their entire transition to making work optional. In this video, I'll show you why you might be able to retire much sooner than you think. And I'll share 5 specific strategies that could potentially help you reclaim the best years of your life. So why does it seem like everyone else is retiring before you? There are 3 fundamental reasons, and understanding them could completely change your retirement timeline. The first reason is what I call safety in large numbers. Most people have no concrete idea of what they truly need for retirement. They fixate on some arbitrary large number that always seems just out of reach. Those with $500,000 think they need 1.5 million. Those with 1.5 million believe they need $3 million. According to a 2024 study by Charles Schwab, most Americans believe they need $1.8 million to retire comfortably. And Gen Z thinks financial success requires over $9 million in net worth, while Gen X and the millennials put that figure at $5 million. These numbers aren't based upon reality. They're psychological safety blankets. The appearance that others can retire while you can't is often just an illusion created by these made-up benchmarks. The second reason is what financial planners call 1 more year syndrome. This is when people who actually have reached their financial independence number convince themselves they need just 1 more year of working to feel secure. The root causes vary from anxiety about not having enough, uncertainty about the transition away from work to retirement, or concerns about how you'll actually fill your days in retirement. If you genuinely want to keep working, that's perfectly fine. But if you want to retire and you find yourself perpetually thinking you're almost ready, you need to challenge those thoughts. The sad reality of 1 more year syndrome is that it's rarely just 1 more year. It often turns into 5 or even 10 more years, wasting valuable early retirement time when you're still healthy and you're most active. The third reason it might seem like everyone is retiring before you is that you might actually be behind. Many people in their 50s didn't save as much as they wanted to in their 30s and 40s due to other financial responsibilities. This could be paying for college or paying for weddings or buying that new house that your family's always wanted. If that's you, don't worry. It's not too late. There are catch-up contributions and other strategies to help you get back on track. When we understand these 3 reasons, we can break the illusion that everyone around us knows something that we don't. The truth is, people who confidently retire with similar or even less savings than you have shifted their focus from these arbitrary numbers to understanding exactly how they'll replace their income in retirement. Those who successfully retire aren't necessarily the ones who've hit some random benchmark number. They're the ones who've identified their exact income sources, such as Social Security and investment withdrawals, and sometimes some non-traditional approaches to work. This shift towards focusing on income rather than total savings is why many people successfully retire with $650,000 while others with $1 million and the same spending levels feel stuck. That's exactly why we've developed our multi-client family office approach. Instead of just managing investments, we integrate investment planning, tax planning, and your retirement income strategy to create a complete picture of what's actually possible for you. Rather than guessing whether you have enough income, we'll show you exactly how much income your current savings can generate and when you could potentially make work optional. If you're interested in discovering your specific retirement timeline, click the link below to get started with your free retirement assessment. We'll analyze your unique situation and show you whether you're closer to retirement than you think. Now that you truly understand the true measure of retirement readiness, let me share 5 strategies that could potentially allow you to retire years sooner than you thought was possible. Strategy number 1 is to know your exact income needs. The days of assuming you need some large random number are over. Sit down and figure out exactly what you're spending. And don't assume you need 100% of your current income in retirement. You won't be saving for retirement anymore. Your tax bill should be lower with proper planning, and you might no longer have a mortgage or other debts in retirement. Review your credit card and checking account statements for the last 3 to 6 months, or use a budgeting software to track your spending. A lot of our clients use an app called Monarch, and this helps them log all of their accounts and track everything. This step is non-negotiable. If you want to retire confidently, you must know exactly what you're actually spending. Strategy number 2 is to identify your guaranteed income sources. Many people feel unprepared because they completely ignore income they'll receive in retirement. Social Security and pensions, if you have them, will make a massive difference. If you need help finding your Social Security benefit, visit the website to find your projected benefits and include them in your overall retirement plan. I know many people worry about the future of Social Security, but this benefit is one that you've been paying into your entire working career. Completely eliminating it from your calculations is overly conservative and can unnecessarily delay your retirement. Strategy number 3 is to calculate how many years of safe money you have. As you enter retirement, you typically can't afford to be as aggressive with your investments unless your guaranteed income is covering all or most of your expenses. Your portfolio will need to start providing retirement income, and you'll need to plan if you enter retirement during a market downturn. Research from Michael Kitces shows there's a retirement danger zone in the decade before and after you retire. The way to protect against this is to have safe money in your portfolio, like bonds and other cash sources that can be set aside in a war chest to help protect you. The optimal asset allocation is V-shaped for equities, high in your early working years and lower as you approach retirement, then gradually increasing again once you get through this danger zone. But each individual's portfolio needs to be specifically addressed to their own unique situation. Strategy number 4 is to stress test your portfolio. Many people delay retirement over concerns about inflation, healthcare costs, or outliving their savings in retirement. But we can and should include all of these factors in your plan. Financial planning software allows us to run these scenarios, adjust assumptions, and see how your portfolio holds up in different market conditions. This isn't about guesswork, it's about using the data we have to make smart and informed decisions. Strategy number 5 is to consider non-traditional retirement approaches. If you don't feel quite ready, either because the numbers don't work or you don't feel mentally prepared, there are other options. According to T. Rowe Price retirement study, about 20% of retirees continue to work at least part-time through retirement. I've seen even a lot of my own clients transition to part-time work with their current employer, moving to low-paying jobs but less stressful, or having one spouse retire while the other continues to work. This is the secret hack to early retirement that few people discuss. Many early retirees aren't exactly 100% retired. This transition phase can help you reclaim some of your time sooner and build confidence for full retirement later. Let me share a quick hypothetical example. I recently worked with a couple, both 62, who had $800,000 in retirement savings. They thought they would need at least $1.2 million to be able to retire. But after analyzing their spending needs and their income sources, we discovered they could retire immediately. Their Social Security would cover about 70% of their essential expenses, and modest withdrawals from their portfolio would handle the rest. By focusing on income rather than some arbitrary asset number, they gained 5 extra years of retirement they would have otherwise spent working unnecessarily. In another hypothetical example, let's go through a 59-year-old executive. He was convinced he needed to work until age 65 for healthcare. He had $1.1 million saved, but was fixated on reaching that $1.5 million number. When we mapped out his actual expenses and income sources, we found he could transition to part-time consulting immediately, reducing his stress while still allowing his investments to grow. This hybrid approach gave him the best of both worlds, more free time now and continued growth of his investments. The key insight from both of these examples is that retirement readiness is highly personal. Generic rules of thumb and arbitrary targets often lead people to work years longer than necessary. By focusing your specific income needs and sources, you might discover you're much closer to retirement than you actually thought. Remember, the goal isn't to accumulate the largest possible amount. It's to create a life where work becomes optional. By understanding the true measures of retirement readiness and implementing these 5 strategies, you might find that retirement isn't years away, but could be just around the corner. So now that you understand why focusing on income instead of arbitrary numbers could change everything. However, there's still one crucial piece missing. How do you pull all of this together in the right order without making costly mistakes? Click the link right here to watch our next video, Ready to Retire. Follow these simple 3 steps to see the exact 3-step framework I use with clients every day to turn this knowledge into a personalized retirement roadmap for making work optional sooner.